Hi guys, I am back with a new topic and new questions. This is the Super Why series, and in this series I'll always give the answers of super why questions. And in today's series I will cover the question of related with ice, air or float. Okay, so these three topics I will cover in this today's video. I will tell you the question first, and after that I'll tell you the answer. Okay, so this is the super why series. If you have any super why question in your mind related with anything, you just write me down in the comment section. I will definitely reply you, and it may be the part of your regular in your routine communication with your friends or with your relatives and with your family or any stranger also. So these are the super why questions here and with answer. So if you are new on this channel, then please do subscribe this channel, and here in this channel I'll give you the answers of your super why questions. And apart from that, you can also get the chance of free speaking with us. So if you want to take the free speaking, if you want to register yourself with us, so you need to subscribe this channel. And now let's get started with super why questions. So very first question which I will cover here, that is, why does water turn to ice? Okay, why does water turn to ice? And the second super why question which I will cover here is, why does soapy water makes bubbles? And why bubbles float in the air? Okay, why bubbles float in the air? And the third question which I will cover in today's video, that is, how do balloons float? How do balloons float, or how do bubbles float? So both. Okay, so now let's get started. But before that, if you are new on this channel, then please do subscribe this channel, because only on this channel you can get your predictions, you can get your answer keys, you can get your super why question answers. Okay, so now very first, how does water turn to ice? So very first, well, water turn to ice because it loses heat. Cold air pulls heat out of the water. The temperature has to be 32 degree Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius, to make water being to freeze. The water begin to freeze. Frozen water is lighter than liquid water. That's why ice cubes are floating. Okay, you see this ice cubes always top of the water. When you put the water will go down, and the cubes always are on the top, because it is always light. Okay, because there's no air. So that is why the water turns to ice. Now the second question, why does soapy water makes bubbles? Or bubbles, why bubbles float in air? Or how bubbles float in air? The two questions. Anybody can ask you these kind of silly questions. Not a silly question, mostly the kids are always curious to know about these kind of questions or these kind of answers. So if you know the answer, then you can explain them very, very easily. So the question is, why does soapy water makes bubbles? Or how bubbles float in the air? So your answer is, bubbles are a thin wrapper of soap filled with air. When air meets soap, the soap sticks together around it. As the air pushes to get out of the soap, pulls to stay together. This makes a bubble, and it floats in the air. So bubbles are thin wrapper of soap filled with air. So when air meets soap, the soap sticks together around it. As the air pushes to get out of the soap, pulls to stay together, this makes a bubble, and it floats in the air. That is why the bubble makes soap. Okay, that's why the soapy water always make bubbles. Now the next is, why and how balloons float? The balloons float because they are filled with helium. Helium is a gas that is lighter than air. Because it is lighter, gravity has less pulls on it and it floats. If you let go to the helium balloons, it could go for 4 miles before it pops. And hot air balloons are filled with the hot air heated by the propane. Hot air is lighter than the cold air, so when the air outside of the balloon is collider, then the inside is floats. Okay, so that is why the balloon, hot air balloon, is always up in the air because of the heat. Okay, so next is, why do boats float? Why do boats float and how do boats float? Boats float because as they push their way on the water pushes back. The shape of the boat helps the water push back with enough force to hold the boat up. So this is how the boat float, okay, because of their shape and because the water push up. Okay, so that is how the boat is float on the top of the water layer. So these all are the super why questions answers. And now if you have any super why question, then write me down in the comment section. This is the topic I covered: ice, air and floating. If you have any other question related with the super why curiosity, then you write me down in the comment section. That these type of questions are your regular based. Any type, anywhere, anyone can ask you these kind of questions. So thank you for watching this video, and we will see you back after, and I'll come back with my new video. Thank you very much, and please do subscribe this channel. Thank you.